natural for me to be having Christmas in October. Like, we walked onto the Christmas set, and after filming multiple music videos and writing Christmas music all year, this feels very, very natural. But hey, we have people coming in from Colorado, from Rexburg, from Missouri. Hi, everybody. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys are going to stick around, because in a few minutes here we're going to raid the 3.5 channel, so that will be fun. And I can't wait for you to see the set, because it's pretty cool looking. We got like all the Christmas trees set up and presents, and they've got really cool lights. Like, it looks like a legit concert, because we do nothing but full out over here. Unless I'm playing in, you know, my kitchen, then it's a little less than full out. But also, guys, I'm so excited to be heading out on tour soon. I can't believe it. Our tour starts in like a month, which is wild to me. Like, it's always felt so far away, and suddenly we are just about to go off. So yeah, if you type !tour in the chat, you can see our tour dates and where we're going. Thank you, Zane, for putting that in there. But yeah, I guess I'm really excited to see you guys. Do you guys have any questions? How are you doing? Someone's asking. I'm doing great. I'm a little tuckered out, but I mean, it feels good. It feels good to be like moving and excited and getting towards Christmas. Oh wow, Roxy Pitt, you might be coming to 3 Florida shows. That's awesome. I can't wait to tour Florida. Like, we weren't able to go on the last 2 tours to Florida. Oh, thank you. And someone's saying my outfit looks amazing. Thank you. It's my little Christmassy blue, little Christmassy blue number. So fun. Live stream. Oh gosh, any more comics in the work for Artemis? Not right now. Someone was just talking to me about the other day, you know, saying you should really write a follow-up to the Artemis comic series. So yeah, I should. It's something to think about. If you had 1% of your energy, I wouldn't have to drink a gallon of coffee every day. You know, surprisingly, I don't like, I actually don't drink coffee. I think I would really like it if I did, because heck, a little kick in the pants to get you going in the morning, I am down. Thank you. What's your favorite Christmas tradition? My favorite Christmas tradition is probably matching PJs. I just think that's so fun to get the whole family in on it, and everybody matching. So fun. And we always do it on Christmas Eve. Santa's elves will doorbell ditch the pajamas to us, and so on Christmas Eve we'll hear the doorbell ring. Especially all the little kids, like all my siblings, nieces, and nephews get so excited.
Okay, let's get you all dolled up here. Oh my god, we're gonna get you glowing for our performance!
Oh
my gosh.
Okay, hi.
Oh my god, are you ready? Are you excited?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm very ready and excited. Hi.
Hi. Oh my gosh. If you don't know me, you probably don't. Well, you might. I am Chaz Vincent. I am the executive producer of this performance.
Oh, okay.
As well as the currently your makeup artist. But most importantly, first and foremost, I am an actor. Hello. So I just want to let you know that if you need anything at all from me, do you maybe recognize me from my musicals that I've done? Or?
Maybe. I mean, maybe you do look slightly
familiar. Yeah, well, I did some off-Broadway stuff. I did the what was it? Titanic. I was the lead in Titanic, actually.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You were the...
Well, technically, it's pronounced Titan Nick. I was the lead Nick. Oh wait. Oh, they gotta do this.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Let me know if you need anything from me. If you need me to fill in at all to dance or perform, I would love to. I'm very qualified.
Thank you. I've got 2 dancers that are great. Thank you.
Okay, yes.
Chaz, was it?
Chaz Vincent. Yes, I'm an actor.
Wow, full name. Okay, that's great.
If you need anything at all.
We are going to be rating the official channel for these streams, so please join us or stick with us because it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So on 3.5, we're going to go raid right now. Oh gosh. All right, here we come. I guess I'm just going to double stream as I pop over here.
Superstar, you're looking like a superstar.
Oh, I feel like a superstar.
Oh, Lindsey Stirling, what a pleasure. Welcome to the chat.
What a pleasure to be here.
Hi there.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
What a pleasure. Thank you,
Chaz, Vincent here.
for joining us.
Chaz, that's right.
Yes, Chaz. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about over the next little while.
Thank you.
Of course.
You know, I've been lucky enough to watch some of your rehearsals.
I've watched them too.
All right, that's good to know. Sorry, hi.
Hello.
I guess, who are you?
I'm Chaz Vincent Vincent. I'm the executive producer of this project, but I'm also an actor. Just want to let you know that if you need any performance-wise, if anything goes wrong, I will stand in.
Yes, you mentioned that. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. I'll let you know.
Yes.
Chaz.
Do you need water?
I'm
a
good.
Perrier?
No.
Actually, you know what? I'll grab a water too if you wouldn't mind going to grab
Of
those.
course, and I'll grab you
Yes.
just in case.
Please
Thank you so
grab a
much.
lot.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Thank
No,
you.
you look good. I don't think she needs any more, but
Thank
thank you.
you.
Thank you, Chaz. I
All
appreciate
right.
it. Peace.
All right,
Thank you,
I'll be
buddy.
back,
You've done
guys.
great.
Take your time.
Anyway, hi, Lindsey Stirling.
Hi.
What a pleasure. Boy, do we have some amazing stuff to celebrate. Some incredible stuff going on for you right now. We're celebrating your brand new album, Snow Waltz.
Yes.
Which happens to be your 6th studio album. You've been working hard.
I have.
You've been working hard. It contains a mix of covers of Christmas classics, staples, as well as some original Lindsey Stirling classics. Album of the year, which is incredible.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. So what draws you back to Christmas, and why does it mean so much to you? What's so special about Christmas for you?
Well, I mean, I think Christmas is just a magical time of year. I love that it's a time where people are so tied to family and service, and it just is a time where I feel like people feel a little extra joy and, you know, magic, and it just seamlessly fits with like my style of artistry so well to try to, you know, put a little extra pixie dust on Christmas classics.
Pizzazz, a little
Yes,
sprinkle, a little sparkle.
absolutely.
I love that. Obviously, some Christmas classics on this, as I mentioned. How did you choose which ones you wanted to do? There are obviously some staples. How did you choose, oh, I want to do Feliz Navidad? You know what I mean? Like, how did you choose out of so many, such a big Christmas catalog?
Right? No, whenever I do a cover of a song, I'm always thinking, okay, like, especially Christmas music, this song has been done like 100 times at least, you know, every single one of them. So I always think to myself, like, why would someone listen to my version? And if I can't think of a reason why, you know, I can make it special with my own style, then it's probably not the best fit. But for like Feliz Navidad, as I was listening to other arrangements, I was like, no one's really leaned into like that flamenco style guitar, like which seems so perfect and fitting for like, you know, a song with Mexican origins. So I was like, we're really going to lean into that traditional style. And Joy to the World, I was like, oh my gosh, what's the most joyful kind of music to me? And it's Celtic music. No one had done it in a Celtic style. So,
which is crazy considering it's such a covered song.
Right. So it's really fun to just think of how can I do this in a way that's never been done before, so that there's a reason why of all the arrangements somebody would want to hear mine.
Choose as yours, exactly. Especially with songs, as you say, that have been covered so many times. It is so important to put that, I guess, that Lindsey Stirling sparkle on there.
That's right. You know,
that's
just
awesome.
Just a little sparkle.
No, it's amazing. Well, you definitely did it, because I can promise you've never heard some of these songs, especially Feliz Navidad, like you can hear it on your album. It's amazing. You are taking this particular album on the road.
Yes,
all
we
all
are.
around America you go.
Yes.
So it's a Christmas-based tour, I'm presuming, throughout November and December.
So much Christmas.
So much Christmas.
So much.
You love Christmas. You love Christmas.
I do.
What can people, I guess we're about to see very soon what people can expect, but when people come to a Lindsey Stirling show, what can they expect? What are they walking into those doors expecting?
You know, today we're just going to give you like a little taste of it. But when we do our full show, it is, I just love to bring people like into a different reality for that moment. I get 2 hours of someone's, you know, time, and I just want them to step into a little bit of imagination, a little bit of magic, really, to put it lightly. And I've got, you know, 4 amazing dancers, an amazing band. We've got incredible costumes. We even go up and do spinning around in the air on trapezes. Like it's a full-on production.
It's a whole production.
And it's something that we've worked so hard on. My whole team is really proud of what we do, and I just am so ready now to like get out there and do it.
I love what you say there about, you know, you are taking 2 hours of someone's time. They have spent that money to travel to come to the show.
Right.
And you are going to give them a show, you know what I mean? So, so good on you for doing that. When you go to concerts, as a performer yourself, are you constantly thinking, oh, I like that, I'll take that inspo, I'll take that? Like, is going to a concert a bit of a research moment for you?
You know, it kind of is, and more so than like going thinking like, what could I do? I love to watch performers. Everybody performs so differently, and everybody has a different like thing that they are focusing on in their performance. Some people are all about the musicality, some are all about the like pizzazz and sparkle, and it's just so fun to think like what makes this performer spectacular, and you know, what can I be inspired by from this? Like, and I feel like every show I go to, I think to myself, wow, they were really good at those still moments, or wow, they filled that stage. You know, every performer has these like things they're so good at, and so I always love to like take it in as I go, like, wow, how could I be better in the still moments?
Isn't it amazing? And like, it's crazy too, because yes, we're talking about you going and taking inspo from XYZ, but people are coming to your shows as well and getting inspo from you. So it's just a full circle that keeps on going.
Big tornado.
So, yeah, no, good on you. I cannot wait to see the show. I mean, it promises to be spectacular. I think that's a great word for it, spectacular.
I hope
so. Holidays, obviously, a time of giving. What would you say is the most incredible Christmas gift you've ever been given?
You know, the one that always comes to mind is so funny because, you know, when I was a little too old, I was really into the TY Beanie Baby phase.
Oh, the Beanie Babies,
yeah. I was like, my little sister and I were just obsessed. She was 9, and so she was very like perfect age to be obsessed with that. I was 12, like, you know.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Lindsey Stirling.
Thank you, because there is a video somewhere. I need to find this video. It's a home video of me opening up this box of Beanie Babies, and as like you look at 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds now, they look like full-grown adults.
Oh no, it's crazy.
Like it's are you
insane.
30 or are you 13? I can't tell. But I am like, you know, in my pre-teens, like so awkward looking and so excited about these little stuffed animals full
They
of beans.
Cute. Don't talk them down.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Some of those are worth thousands of dollars now.
Well, that's what they promised us. I still have
Is
the
that not
box.
the truth?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you know, we can pretend. We can pretend that they were. It was
They're
like,
worth a lot to us.
yes,
You know
it
what I
has
mean?
that sentimental value, and it, to this day, was the most excited I have ever been for any gift. Was opening up that box of the Beanie Babies that I had like a list of like my top choices, and yeah.
And you did it. And see, that's the thing. What people need to realize is that it's not how much you spend on a gift.
No.
It's what the gift means to the person that, or what it means
Yes.
coming from you. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I actually see that you've got a gift there.
Oh.
Is that?
Yes, I wanted to bring you just a little something.
This is for me?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You go open it.
Yeah, what type of gift unwrapper are you? Are you the type to tear open a gift, or are you
Oh.
one to slowly and nicely?
I'm a terror.
You're a terror, because I'm a terror
mean,
too. I just didn't
you
want to be
do you.
impolite and just, go into
I'm just
it.
like, oh no, the paper.
But, all right, an Amazon package.
Sorry, it's gonna. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
Wanted it to be.
I mean,
Oh, that is gonna
I
look
mean-
so good on you.
I mean, it's gorgeous, obviously.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will treasure
It's a
this.
great
I will
color.
appreciate it. I know it kind of works with me very well
Yeah, it
right now.
does.
Thank you. I appreciate this so much. Thank you so much. Hey, Lindsey, we're going to be spending a little bit of time together later. As I say, the chat is open, my friends. Please give us some questions, and we'll be trying. Actually, look at this. We've got one that's come up right now from
Oh.
Luke Adrian.
Lindsey
who-
Dissett, Lindsey Dissett,
Oh, we've got
Lindsey
one
Dissett.
question, sorry,
Oh
from
my
Luke
God.
Adrian,
Hello.
who would like to know who and or what inspired you to play the violin. This is a question for Lindsey.
me?
So thank
Oh,
you for Lindsey.
Yes, but thank you. So I was inspired to play the violin because my parents loved classical music, and they didn't play themselves, but they were always playing it in our home. And so I just kind of naturally gravitated to the violin when I was like 6 years old. And yeah.
That's amazing. Hey, thank you so much, Luke, for that
Thanks,
question.
Luke.
Keep the questions coming in, because there are going to be more coming up later. She's going to do a couple performances and then come right back. I just have a question. Hey, buddy, what is the game here? What is
Well,
the...
I just am doing my job.
Okay,
As are
totally.
you.
I mean, you're doing
I'm
great.
trying to get
that's
Lindsey
that's
to
a
set.
gorgeous violin that you've got
Yeah, well,
there.
this is hers.
but-
I'm assuming I can borrow it.
All right. Well, it sounds like you have places to be, things to
Yes.
see. But don't you worry. Lindsay's going to be back right here on this couch with more of your questions
And again,
coming up.
if something happens to your backup dancers or anything,
Yes,
I would love to fill
that's-
in.
be careful with that.
I'm flexible. I can jive and jiggy. So
Okay. I'll
Okay,
let you,
so
I'll
let's
let you
go.
know.
Anyway, yeah,
Okay,
off you
thank
go.
you.
Set.
Amazing.
All
We'll
right.
see you soon. Thank you, Lindsay.
we'll see you soon. Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Come on.
That was interesting. Yeah. Wow. Okay. As I say, well, this is a cute gift. I love that. Thank you, Lindsay, very much. Now, frazzled is all I can say. We've got some amazing live performances coming up. As I say, I've been able to check out her rehearsals, and this lady is just on another planet. She is going to blow your mind. Get those questions, and I'm seeing some coming in here now. And yeah, you guys know what you want to ask her. Those coming up very soon after this live performance from Lindsey Stirling.
Let's bring my little mic over. Hey everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This is so fun. It's a little odd to perform without like a live audience. It's so quiet after every song. So I'm going to need my few people in the studio to really rip and roar for me up here. But I see my manager in the back like, yes, go Linz, you're the best. Like my stage mom. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in live and joining us today. We have a couple songs from the album that we're going to be doing for you. So this next one is, we talked a little bit about it on the couch. I think it's unlike any version you've ever heard of this song. So we're going to go straight into Feliz Navidad. And actually, I should say that the arrangement for this song I actually did with the amazing Mark Ballas, who was my Dancing with the Stars partner, and he's become one of my best friends, and now also a multiple-time collaborator. So, yeah, wrote this with Mr. Mark Ballas. Also, vote for him on Dancing with the Stars. He and Charlie D'Amelio are killing it right now. Go, Mark. And, yeah, also, thanks for joining us for quite an early Christmas in October.
I am inspired, and I have some ideas for the next number, if you will. I'm thinking maybe rid of you two. I like the drummer. The drummer is a hunk. I think we should get the drummer out here, maybe do some, does he know Irish dancing?
Actually, the next number is a little more chill.
Okay.
It's an acoustic one.
Okay.
I think we got it covered.
Okay, so I'll just dance for that.
No, it's like a little more chill.
Okay, yeah, I'll be
dancer.
quiet. I'll
So,
just be
yeah,
like
you
quiet
could
in the
just
back.
go like way over there.
Sure. Oh, I never got the waters.
Yeah.
I forgot the waters. Joke's on me. My fault, guys. I'm sorry. Hey, crush it for me. High energy, a lot of energy, okay?
Thanks, Chad.
Chaz.
Oh, sorry, Chaz. Awesome. Actually, could I have a water? But from anyone but Chaz. Anybody but Chaz. But this actually, we are going to slow it down a little bit on this next number. I'm going to test my vocal chops. So this one is actually the first original Christmas song I ever wrote. It's got a special place in my heart. And I went for that very old school classic Christmas feel. So we're going to calm it down for a second. Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, this one's called Warmer in the Winter. It was the title track off my first Christmas album. All right. Okay, guys, take it away. PJs with fuzzy socks, ugly sweaters with polka dots, warm cookies had my fill. I might have gained a pound or two to help with the chill. Hot cocoa, piping hot, snuggled up in our favorite spot. Whisper things we shouldn't say, and I don't plan on leaving here till Christmas Day. Windows frosted, summer sleeping, but I don't really mind. I know that it's cold outside, the world is bundled up in white. I just need you by my side, 'cause I'm warmer in the winter with you. Last year I was on my own, hibernating in my empty home. Santa didn't even help. I left a plate of cookies, but I ate them myself. Oh, this year feels so brand new. Tie a ribbon round me and you. Saint Nick is checking twice. He's trying to figure out if we are naughty or nice. Roads are closed, snow is falling, but I don't really mind. I know that it's cold outside, the world is bundled up in white. I just need you by my side, 'cause I'm warmer in the winter with you. Woo! Know that it's cold outside, the world is bundled up in white. I just need you by my side, 'cause I'm warmer in the winter with you. Yeah, the temperature is toasty for two. Oh, oh, I'm warmer in the winter with you. Hey, thank you. Thanks, guys. Also, I should introduce my band. We've got Eric on the drums, and then we've got Ryan on keys and guitar. So, everybody, for the band boys. All right. Well, I guess while they're going back, I'll just slightly introduce this next song. This one, again, it's a very unique take on a classic Christmas song. I really took this one in a fun, funky pop direction. I kind of thought to myself, like, if Santa's Workshop was a steampunk theme, I think this is what it would sound like in there. I think I can just imagine, like, all these little elves working together to make everybody's Christmas presents and wrap them all up in time. So this is kind of a funky version of God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. All right, we have one last song for you. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is Carol of the Bells.
I am ready. Let's do it. Come on, I told you you'd be feeling festive after this. Come on, she's amazing. So cool to see those songs live. If you're going to the tour, lucky you. If you're not, find those tickets because you're not going to want to miss that. The energy in the room when she performs is just absolutely insane. And she's about to join us for a chat. Lindsey Stirling.
Whew. Oh my gosh, that was a blast.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
I mean,
my God.
You just got off stage.
Yeah.
How are you?
You
are
know,
you feeling?
Christmas makes me so sentimental.
Okay.
It was Christmas of 2013. I was 9.
9. Right.
They tried to reopen Alcatraz to
Oh.
punish me.
Oh, okay.
The courts will tell you one thing, but the real reason, I was too talented.
All right.
That's the real reason.
Wow.
They're afraid of my power.
Wow.
And
Yes.
that's what.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, awkward.
Oh, yeah, cover the flags.
Yes, please. And those toes. Anyway, hi.
Hi.
Anyway, amazing
Okay.
performances.
Okay,
Been
okay.
exposed. All right.
All right.
yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah. You.
That was not very cool.
I don't know.
Sorry.
All right. Anyway, Lindsey, thank you so much for those amazing performances. It is just so evident.
Just want to
that-
say, I've been giving my heart. No, not the cane. Please, no. Look, I'm allergic to peppermint. No, not. Oh my God, the drama.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anyway, as I say, thank you so much, Lindsey. How amazing was that? I mean, you
so
just, you come to life when you're performing, and it's very evident that you're so comfortable when you've got that violin in your hands. Is that how you feel? Like, do you feel most comfortable with that violin there?
You know, it definitely is almost like my superpower weapon. Like
Right.
when I get my violin, I feel like I can kick higher and spin a little faster. Like it was actually funny when I was on, I did Dancing with the Stars, and I felt so naked trying to move around when I didn't have the violin in my hand, which was a funny, I don't know, funny conundrum.
Right, because over the years you would have become so used to having that thing there, that prop.
It's like, what do I do with my arms when they're not like fiddling
I
around?
love how you describe it as kind of a superpower.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that how you feel with the violin? You just feel like this is my thing. This is what I was born to do.
Very much so, and I feel especially when I get to be a part, like on stage, in a show, and I'm looking into people's eyes, and you get that moment where you're connecting with someone as I share what I feel like I was born to do. That really is like the most magical feeling in the world for me.
Oh, exactly. As I say, you're such a talent, and it's so obvious this is what you were made to be doing, because there is no other artist like you. It's amazing to watch. Let's talk about the new album.
Yeah.
Come on. The title track, Snow Waltz, has a music video that you have described as Christmassy, but kind of like a little Halloween-y feel, so it's a good time.
Yes, it is.
It's a good time for this to be released. Was that the goal for you for this era, just be as festive as you possibly can?
You know, I've been saying for a while, I don't feel like Halloween has enough festive, like, things. Like, there's not enough music. There's not quite enough albums. Like, I'm like, Halloween needs a little more attention. So I thought I would sneak a little bit of that into
Thank
my
you.
Christmas
I'm a Halloween
album.
fan, so
Yeah,
I
me
appreciate
too.
you standing up for the Halloween fans. Yeah. Christmas
I love
gets so
a
much
good
love. We have the Monster
costume.
Mash. Yeah, that's good.
Right? There's like spooky
Yeah,
skeletons.
Yes,
but I was like, I want to.
I mean, Thriller's a banger, so we go.
Okay,
We
there are a
do
couple
have a couple of
bangers.
bangers. We have a couple
Yes.
of bangers. Yeah. But
So
anyway.
it was time for like a new one. I was very inspired by Danny Elfman
Yes,
and that whole
of
world.
course.
So that's kind of how Snow Waltz came to be.
I love that. As I said, there isn't really an artist like you. You've taken a traditionally classical instrument, the violin obviously, and very successfully have kind of experimented with different genres. I mean, you've done pop, you've done hip hop, you've done dubstep, holiday, of course. Did you know from the get-go that that was the direction that you wanted to take your talent? Or is that the direction you knew? Did you know straight away that that's where you wanted to take it?
Not really. Like I had played classical music all growing up, and I
Right.
was just very burnt out and was like, I don't really enjoy this anymore. So really this all started by me just being like, well, what do I like to play? I don't want to quit the
That's a
violin,
good way to think about it.
but I don't enjoy it anymore. So I should play something, I should play the kind of music I like to listen to. And at the time I was listening to a lot of like Skrillex and dubstep. And so that's why a lot of my first, songs are very heavy into like the dubstep style. And, and it just kind of reinvigorated my passion and kind of helped me find a whole new side of myself as an artist by being like, I'm going to play music that excites me rather than just music that's been kind of shoved at me for, years.
That's a sign of a true artist, though, like knowing what you want to do. Did you feel, I guess, like you were taking a risk? Did you feel that risk factor of taking, as I say, a traditionally classical instrument and turning it into something so original and so unique?
I didn't really feel like a risk at all because, nobody knew who I was. I was just a girl going to college studying to be a therapist.
You were very much here I am from the get-go, yeah.
So that was my hey, I have an idea. No one's done it before, so the world will either hate it. Either there's a reason no one's done it before, or it's just no one's done it yet, and I could be the first one to try this.
Look at you now, it worked.
It
worked very well.
Thought?
Very well. In your performances, you gave us some vocals there, but usually, as I say, you let the violin kind of do the speaking.
Yes.
Is that how it feels for you, that you can kind of communicate and express yourselves in a way that maybe words can't when you have the violin?
Definitely. Writing lyrics has never been my strongest suit. I do it for certain songs. But I feel like there's certain songs where I get to convey emotions, and it's kind of fun that there's no lyrics in it because the emotion is conveyed, and then anybody can put in, insert reason, insert
so
your why as to why this sounds uplifting to you or why this sounds like it's tugging at your heartstrings. And it can mean something totally different for any person.
That's such an interesting way to put it. I hadn't thought about it like that. Because of the no word factor, you're so right. Everyone will feel so different towards the music. That's a fascinating way to think about it.
It's like a choose your own adventure.
Exactly. Is that like an extra layer of pressure for you? Or is it like when you're putting out an album, it's like, this is how I feel, you guys feel however you want about it?
Absolutely, and I think there's a certain amount of freedom in that, because also I feel like I try to be very vulnerable and authentic with my fans, and I share a lot of my own stories of the things I've struggled with, my triumphs, but when I put out music, I get to just be like, hey, this is what it means to me.
Right, that's amazing.
How do you feel? What does it make you think?
Right, exactly, and that's a good way, I guess, to kind of show your art to the world, and that's what you want when you create a piece of art, is conversation to kind of start around that. So I love that. Hey, just a reminder, get your questions in because I am seeing so many fan questions. People from all over the world watching this right now. You truly have an international fan base. It's amazing to see. We actually have a question here from My Name is Dar. Can you give us any hints about your tour, themes, costumes, set list, question mark?
Ooh, I always try to keep a little bit of it secret, but at the same time, I will say some of the costumes that were snuck onto the stage today are pieces. I didn't want to give them all away, but you would have seen some of the costumes that are going to make appearances in our Christmas tour. There is a lot of costumes though, so those are just a taste. But I will say the biggest new thing that's going to be in this show is the aerial stuff. So my dancers and I have been taking hoop and trapeze lessons. We've been working really hard. Look at those.
Oh my
I look like I go to the gym every day. I'm really proud of these calluses.
Exercise, though.
It's great exercise. Yeah, my core is lovely right now. But my hands are the best. It's these calluses. So I'm really excited though to be doing these, playing the violin while hanging from a trapeze and singing on a hoop.
Because of that, are you having to choose venues accordingly that can handle? Because your average, concert hall might not be able to handle pink-type acrobatics flying through the air. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's something we're very specific with. Because it's always a bummer as an artist when you go to a certain theater and you're like, oh, this won't work. We have to do a B version of the show. And you never want audiences to get a B version of the show you planned.
Oh, that reminds me of the time when Miley Cyrus promised she'd slide down a tongue slide. At the start of her Bangers tour, but in New Zealand, we have a smaller arena, so she didn't bring the tongue and didn't get to slide down. I was gutted.
See, people know. They
people
know,
know.
And
People
it's
know.
devastating as an artist.
Yeah,
We're like, it
people
wasn't
know.
my fault. I tried to bring the
It's
tongue.
never the artist's fault. Come on. We were talking. You tried to bring the tongue. We were talking before about your costumes. Beautiful question from the chat. Keep them coming. Styling and costumes are hugely important to you, and it's a huge part of what you do. Performance artist through and through. What inspires your aesthetic, and how hands-on are you, I'm guessing very, in the costuming and the aesthetics of everything?
Well, I guess I don't even know how I get inspired for the costumes. It's always just what story am I trying to tell, especially for a music video. And then it's really fun to try to make that music video then come to life on stage so that people are like, oh, I feel like I'm a part of the story. Right. I understand this whole situation right now. But if you don't know the music video, if you just, if your husband drug you to the show, then you're going to be fine too. You'll still enjoy it. But so it's almost like you're giving you're giving fans layers of the experience. But I'm super involved in the costuming. Like for our Snow Waltz music video, those rib cages were actually made out of hot glue.
No way.
And
Arts and crafts.
I am an arts and
Oh, I love
crafts
that.
girl
I love
through
that.
and through. And like even on my way here today, I ran down to the fabric district and was picking out the fabric for one of my tour costumes. Like I'm just very hands-on.
That's so cool though. Like
it's part of the fun.
I can imagine you'd have a lot of fun in the arts district or in like a arts and craft, like a Michael's or something like that. I feel like you just go crazy.
Oh, it's well here in LA they have the arts district, so
The
it's like
yeah.
a Michael's that is stretched for blocks, and you just go into these little alleyways, and there's like sparkles and fabrics, and it's like my version of like I don't know, a candy store.
In New Zealand, we have a bird called a magpie, which are attracted to shiny things. I feel
They
like you're a
dive,
bit of a-
right?
yes, and I feel like you're a bit of a magpie. So like if you're in New Zealand, you should be careful walking around with like a sparkly ring because a magpie will come in and grab it. So I feel like
Really?
you're a magpie.
That's my spirit
You're
animal
a
now.
magpie. A magpie.
I'm a magpie.
Hey, you've been in the biz for a while, Lindsey Stirling. You've been in the biz for
Don't
a
make
while.
me feel
No,
old
not
now.
trying to make you feel old.
Just kidding.
But during that time, you've obviously done some amazing things.
Yeah.
Your debut album came out literally 10 years ago.
Which is wild.
Does it
It's crazy.
feel like 10 years ago? Because I feel like so much has happened in between then. It might feel like 10 years, but at the same time, it doesn't. Like,
It feels, it feels longer actually than 10 years, believe it or not. Like the reminder that I once had a life prior to this that didn't have, like I didn't wake up every day thinking of like, oh, I need to be creative or I need to think of something or, like once upon a time I was going to be a therapist or, it's
can you
weird
imagine if you'd
to-
taken that route? Can you
my
imagine?
life would be so different. And it's almost like, it feels like another life ago. And so it's like, wow, it's been 10 years, but at the same time, how has it only been 10 years?
Right, exactly. Well, I can say on behalf of everyone watching, we're very glad that you took this route and that you're with us doing
Me
this today.
too.
How, as an artist, I guess, have you evolved over those 10 years? Because, I'm sure you listened to those first albums as great as they were, but think of things that you could do so differently or even do better now. How have you evolved over those years? In what ways have you noticed?
I think that I've just gotten better at arranging for sure. And also it's been really interesting. Like my first album, I really didn't know anything about song structure or pop writing. And so it's kind of been funny to watch me go from kind of knowing nothing and having no formula, writing music, and then learning the formula to write quote unquote great songs.
Right.
And then kind of teaching myself to forget all of that and just take a step back and like, hey, we don't want to just write in the formula anymore. And so it's kind of this fun cyclical process as an artist where it's like you don't know the rules, you learn the rules, you try to forget the rules. But by knowing the rules, it does make you better know how to appropriately break the rules. So it's just been kind of fun to go through these cycles of like learning more, trying to forget it.
Right,
learning
right.
more, trying to forget it. To try to always take yourself back to like there's a bit of a magic that's in that beginning artist when you are just figuring it out.
And learning's exciting.
Learning is so exciting. And, so I oftentimes almost try to go back to that Lindsay of 10 years ago that was just like wide-eyed and bushy-tailed and figuring it all out.
Life's boring when you think you know it all.
Absolutely.
So then what to you makes a good song? What makes a perfect pop song then?
Oh, a perfect pop song. You know what? My favorite pop music is honestly from like the 90s and the early 2000s.
Classics.
I think that is the best generation of pop.
Classics.
I'm not a pop song writer, so I can't even tell you what makes a perfect pop song. I just know it when I hear it, and if the Backstreet Boys are on it, it's
If Max
probably
Martin wrote
perfect.
it, it's probably perfect. Yeah, exactly. We have a live question coming in here now from Cool Cat Ali 20. Thank you so much for your question. Keep them coming. What is your favorite song to perform, Lindsey Stirling?
That is a really hard question.
That is a big question.
That's a big,
That is
of
a
all
big
the songs
question.
I've ever done, I will say on this upcoming tour, I think my favorite song to perform is going to be Joy to the World. I love Celtic music, and right away when I wrote that song, I was like, I cannot wait to do this live. And like, with the little plaid skirts and everything, just
right.
really leaning into like that Celtic flavor. And so, yeah, of this tour, I think that's going to be my favorite. But I think my favorite song to do live ever might be Love Goes On and On. We
Nice.
got to perform it live with Amy Lee one time, and that was magic.
That is magic. That is magic. You've done some incredible things that we've been kind of noting off throughout this chat. A life very well lived, that's for sure.
Thank
Being
you.
on Dancing with the Stars, obviously, to writing a book, to touring the world more times than you can probably even imagine.
I miss the world. I can't wait
I
to
know.
get to go
How
back
good is
out
the world?
into the world.
How good is the world?
The world's great.
Is there anything that you'd like to dabble into? Dip your toes in that maybe you haven't yet?
Ooh.
Anything you want to kind of adventure into?
You know what? I really admire hosts. I think it takes a really great skill to be able to lead a conversation and to make people feel comfortable. And I've started to dabble in it a little bit, and it's a world I would like to get more into. Is like being that friendly face that makes people feel at ease and comfortable, and it's harder than it looks. So you're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
You're very good at what you do.
Well, thank you. I moved halfway around the world for it, so I hope that I would be. But no, it's a lot of fun. You know, I'm naturally very interested in people and people's stories, and especially when I get to sit next to someone who has an interesting story, it's just absolutely fascinating. So thank you for saying that, and you'll be great at it too. You're just a ray of sunshine.
Well, I don't care about anybody else. So
okay. No, can you imagine?
I'm very interested in everybody else. I'm kidding.
Can you imagine? Another live question coming in here from DMT4123. Oh, this is a good one. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh, my favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life. It makes me cry every single time I watch it, and especially nowadays, it reminds me of my dad. And I just think the message of it is so amazing that everybody lives an amazing life. Everybody's life matters, and it's about this man who, at the end of, he thinks his life didn't matter. And he gets to learn what an impact he made in the world. And I just think if we could all have our It's a Wonderful Life moment to realize the people we touched and to really see it all, we'd be amazed at the difference that, everyone made. Oh, isn't it amazing? Especially as an artist, you don't even realize until it's put in front of your face, the impact that you have on some of these people. I'm sure, you go around the world and you meet people from the most random places who are coming up and saying, oh, this song changed my life, this song. Yeah. Is it easy for you to hear things like that? Or how do you feel when someone literally says to you, wow, this song, this album, completely changed my life? Oh my gosh. It's kind of hard to compartmentalize it when someone says a comment that big, you're like, oh, that's what art does, though. To take that all in, and but it does make you realize, as an artist, we sit there in these little rooms and you agonize over every bell and chime, and is that one too loud, or just every detail. And so it's so meaningful when someone says, hey, that what you did meant something to me. It's everything. It's why we artists do what we do. But I think it's so important for everyone to just realize that the people that make the biggest difference in my life, and I think all of our lives, aren't the big artists or the influencers or the movie stars. It's your family, your friends. Right. And so for everybody to realize that, no matter, because I don't know, whenever people are like, oh, well, you get to say so much that's so important because you have a platform. It's no, the best advice that I get doesn't come from me following Katy Perry, as great as her advice I'm sure is. It comes from my best friend. So everybody makes a big difference, I think is, yeah. No, that's gorgeous. That's a great way to think about it. Hey, you're talking, you mentioned there, when you're in the studio, you might be thinking about this bell sound or this sound and just trying to make it as, I guess, perfect to your ear as possible. When you're in the studio, are you thinking, oh, this is going to sound great live? Are you thinking about the live performance element as you're creating the song, or is that something that comes after? I mean, I feel like after you've done the cycle enough times, because when I first was writing my album, I really wasn't thinking that much about it. But now that I've written music and performed it and gotten to do it in music videos, it's it all kind of starts to mesh together. So definitely, as I was writing this album, I kept thinking, I don't have a show starter number yet. I don't have a song that would start the show. So I kept searching for that, or I'd listen to one as I'm writing it and be like, oh, if we went up here, that's when the trapeze would go up. Right, I can feel it. So you start to just automatically go to those places because your mind knows that's where the music's going to go. And for me, that's the funnest part, is bringing it to life, visually for people. So it gets me really excited. I've always wanted this as a musician. Does music still, after a decade, feel like a job? Or does it, how do you mix, I guess, the fun that people get out of music with the work life that you have to, do? You get paid to do this. Right. Well, it's funny because all my hobbies became my career. Right. That's good, though. In a great way. I always loved designing costumes, when I was a kid, and even through high school, I loved dancing and always wanted to do that. I loved editing videos and I loved storytelling. And so it's just all these random, very hodgepodge things somehow all became my craft. And, but at the same time, I love it. I love what I do, and I'm so grateful that my hobbies are my job. But it's they are my job, though, and it becomes your job. You remember that, I guess, when it's stressful, or when you're nervous, or when you maybe are sick and you have to go do it anyway. But it's at the end of the day, I still am excited most days, almost all days, to like get up and work towards the end goal. Even if today I'm not excited about what I want to do or what I have to do for it, it's like, but I am so excited once this is learned.
Right,
It's going to look great on stage, even though I do not want to practice right now. You know,
also, how lucky to be doing something that you love.
so
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't get much better than that.
It does, and it doesnesn't get wasted on me. Like my assistant and I, like we talk about that all the time. Just like, how freaking lucky are we that like we get to do this and we're excited about it, and then we get to share it. I mean, as an artist, like we all do the art because we love it, but at the end of the day, it's so amazing when you get to then take something that you love and share it with people that you love. So I feel so grateful that, like, for everybody watching, I'm so grateful that I get to share this with you, because that's what makes it feel alive.
We've got some more live questions coming in. Let me tell you, some of these fans are so excited that you're here, and we're excited that you're with us. Roxy_Pitt wants to know, what does it feel like knowing that your music changes lives with a heart? Literally, that's what we're talking about. Just like that. Exhibit A right here.
Well, I know Roxy. She comes on a lot of my streams,
Roxy.
and I see Roxy on Instagram. So thank you for your question. I'm excited to see you in Florida. I'm pretty sure that's where Roxy's at. Not calling you out or anything, but gosh, how does it feel knowing my music changes people's lives? I mean, it's kind of like overwhelming, but that's why I kind of started this journey, is I wanted to uplift people. Like my dad told me when I was a little girl that you have a chance to be a light in this world. And I, that everybody has a chance to be a light in this world. And he's like, you get to choose that if you, by the choices you make. And that's what I hope my music does. So thank you so much.
Do you remember a time in your life where you weren't good at the violin?
Oh, yes.
Really?
I mean, yeah, when you start, you're so bad. The violin is a very unforgiving instrument, and so when people tell me, they're like, "Oh, I tried the violin, but I was terrible," And the next question is, "Well, how long did you play?" And when they're like, "Well, for a year," it's like, "Well, of course you were terrible."
Right.
It takes 3 years to make a decent sound. So I do remember more than anything, my older sister, would plug her ears and be like, "Make her stop," 'cause so what did that do? That made me play louder.
Right, exactly.
Made me
keep going.
play
And
more.
Also made you get better.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So thank you,
Motivated
Jennifer.
Thank you so much for that. Another live question. Are you going to Europe anytime soon? Thank you so much, Sammy.
I am going. I don't know if you noticed, I looked over at my managers.
Is that a spoiler? Is that a teaser?
That's a little bit of a tease. I am going to Europe soon, so stay tuned, because there's going to be some things.
Lucky, I want to go to Europe.
Some events. You want to come along?
I'd love to go.
Okay.
Wow, imagine how
we
fun.
have a trip to Europe.
Yeah, coming to Europe. Thanks
in
so
the next
much.
few
Hey, thank
weeks.
you so much, Sammy. Keep
I'm
those
so
questions
excited.
coming in. It is so nice to see all of these fans. Look at this love that's coming in for you right now. Isn't that amazing? Does this ever get old?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And it means so much to me when you're people cared to stop and pause in their day to come and spend it with you and I here. That is so special. And, and like I said, at concerts, when I look out and I'm like, all these people left their home today, made plans,
Literally
got parking,
ready.
Wore that really pretty outfit.
Oh, got parking. That's a big one.
That is a huge one at concerts. It's half the reason sometimes I'm like, do I really want to go to see this artist?
We're going downtown LA. It's crazy.
Yeah. So it always means so much to me and blows my mind. So thanks for everyone for being here.
Oh, that's so sweet. Keep those questions coming. Now you're huge on TikTok. Wow. By golly, gee whiz, are you big on TikTok?
I've been having fun.
Even before I knew that this was happening, you've popped up on my For You page so many times. What's cool about what you do on TikTok, obviously you do your own thing, you showcase your talents, but you also get your audience involved sometimes. How has, your audience are like a prop in your video sometimes. That's so cool. In what ways has social media, I guess, changed your life, or the way that you perform, or the way that you've created, or has it not? Because, I mean, as I say, the last decade has been really the rise of different social media platforms. Has that been interesting for you to kind of experiment with?
Absolutely. I mean, I am definitely a product of social media. I started my YouTube channel, and that's what changed everything for me. I had tried more the traditional route of trying to find a label and all that, and it never worked. And so it's been really interesting over the last decade to ride the waves of the different social medias, and every time a new one comes out and everyone's like, you should get on this new thing called TikTok, it's like, oh no, there's another one.
Scary.
There's another one I have to learn. But once you learn it, once you kind of find out the new culture of this new app, it's really fun. And I love TikTok, even though at first I hated it and I was terrified of it. And I'm like, I don't
We
understand
all
Gen
said
Z.
we hated TikTok at the start, but did we really?
Right? It was like, it's really fun. I just hate it because I don't
I
understand
just hate this so much. I feel you.
Yeah, but it's been really fun. I feel like it's allowed me to show a different part of my personality that like I hadn't been able to find a way to do on YouTube anymore because you know, in my music videos it's a lot more whimsical. I don't even use my voice at all. You know, I'm not talking, and so TikTok is just kind of goofy and fun, and it's been fun to include my fans in it.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Is that something as well that's on top of your mind now? Obviously, when you create as an artist, you have to be kind of all over the place. Is it like, do you wake up one morning and think, okay, I've got to film a TikTok today, what's it going to be? Or is it more like, oh, there's an idea, let's film it?
For me, it's like I spend a lot of time thinking about like what could a TikTok be for this song, and you know, you'll know, anyone who follows me probably gets really annoyed because when I have a new release or a new song or a new album, I go really hard on TikTok of like using that same song over and over again, and it's a lot less of like, oh, well, casually thinking I'm going to do this today. It's like I sit down and brainstorm and think of ideas, and you know, I really work hard at trying to be clever on the TikTok.
Good. It's an easy one to be creative on.
Yes.
And you know what's interesting as well? Like, anyone can have a platform, anyone can have a voice if they utilize things like TikTok. It's just so interesting to see, and obviously a new generation of stars have come from this as well. So it's just very interesting to kind of watch the evolution. And as someone who's been in it for a while, I'm sure it's been interesting for you to kind of observe as well. More comments coming in here now. Look at this. We love you, Lindsey Stirling.
Oh,
Lindsey,
I love you, Fire Mage.
you're my first light. It's a very nice one. Can't wait to see you live. Sounds like Raku63 already has tickets.
Yay!
Oh,
I'm so
very
excited to
nice.
go out on tour, and it's so fun when I see people in the comments saying that they've already got their tickets, and they'll tell me what state or what city they're coming to, and it just makes me all the more excited to be able to get out there and do it.
Tour life for you? Is it like rock and roll, like, you know, going out and experimenting in the different places you go, or is it very much, you know, do the show, I'm going to go to sleep now? Do you get much time to kind of see the places, enjoy yourself, or is it back to the hotel?
Well, you know, bus is like our home. We live on a bus.
Oh, it's a bus.
So it feels kind of like a summer camp on wheels.
That's
like
cute.
my tour and I have been together for, some of us, a decade. Like some of them have been with me from the very beginning. And, you know, I think the newest people are like 4 years old on our tour. So I don't know, it's just a very family environment. After the show, like, we'll go out and get food sometimes, but we all like to just kind of snuggle up, and like, we're like a bunch of old ladies. Like, we like to like snuggle up on the bus and watch a movie.
Oh,
and
that's cute,
you know,
probably Christmas movies, knowing you right now.
yes, we're gonna be watching Hallmark like crazy.
Oh, you're gonna be all over Hallmark.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Some more live comments coming in now. Thank you so much for that. Someone's coming in from Texas. Look at that. I saw someone from Australia before. Like, your fan base is truly, truly worldwide. I love that one from Brian. Lindsey, you're my first light. That is so nice. And as I say, it is so nice that you are impacting these people in such a positive way. Thank you so much for using your talents for good and projecting that onto your fans. It's just so obvious how much you mean to them. And I actually have a gift here. Of course, we're in the spirit of giving. Very festive. So I present this to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you like it. You know, I spent some good time just trying to get this together for you, finding something that I thought would be personally good for you.
All right.
Hope I didn't pack it too aggressively.
Okay.
Your gift was so generous, I thought I would return.
Yeah, very, very kind.
That actually isn't what I got you. Maybe
Now that is a gift. That is a gift. That is a gift.
Okay.
Sweater.
I was
like
going to say,
it?
because that's definitely not what I
That
had
is
planned.
definitely
Maybe
your
mine
head
got
on Mark
moved
Ballas's
somewhere.
body.
Yeah. Do you like it? You can say no. Keep that in mind. But I will throw a tantrum.
I love it.
Okay.
Oh,
maybe you can take it to Europe.
good.
Oh gosh, please take it.
Will you take it to Europe?
I'll put it right in the front lounge of the bus.
Okay.
Oh, on the bus. There you
all I
go.
could
On the
ever ask for.
bus.
And then I'll come with you as well.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Okay. The people want an encore from us.
Oh, you're going to get an encore.
Oh, from
Gonna do an
from
encore.
us.
From us, yeah.
Okay.
So, if maybe I think we should head to set.
Anyway,
right now.
Okay.
so nice chatting. What a
Lovely.
pleasure.
Thank you for
sorry,
this.
This was not,
Oh,
by
that-
the way,
okay.
what I
All right.
gave you. But thank you so much.
Okay.
Lindsey Stirling, everybody.
All right,
What a
thank
superstar.
you guys.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Come on, let's go. Quicker, faster.
Anyway, Jude streams on Twitch right now.
Oh!
Do you have enough in you for one more?
Sure.
Little drummer boy action?
Okay, we're going to do a
Woo!
little
It's one of my favorite Christmas classics. Let's do it. Let's bring it on. Ow! Let's go. Oh, aren't you just a superstar? Thank you so much.
Oh, yes, you did it!
All right,
We did it! Thank you, everybody!
Hey, everybody, thank you
Oh
so
my
much for joining
gosh.
us on 3.5. Thank you so much for joining us on Twitch. The band, you've been amazing. Lindsey, of course, a superstar. Your dance is incredible. Peace and love, everybody.
Thank you.
And
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Thank you so much.
Let's get out of
Thank
here.
you so much.
Thank you.
We did it, everyone.
Yes, all right, she
We
did
did
it.
it.